Hello, Tiffany here with Cards Crafty Creations. Today's project is taking this soap bottle and just turning it into a home decor piece. I've seen many bottle like mixed media projects, and they always look so neat to me, and I've never done one myself. And this soap bottle I've had for a long time, and it all of a sudden just stopped working. And so instead of throwing it away, I thought I could make a project with it. I have bees in my house as decorations, and one of the bathrooms that we're going to be remodeling soon is going to be bee themed, so I thought this would be a great addition to my decor in there. But anyways, I got the bottle at, believe it or not, Tuesday morning. That kind of tells you how old that bottle is, since those have been closed for a few years now. But I loved that store. It had great stuff, definitely great scrapbooking, craft items, and I was really sorry to see it go. But anyways, I got this bottle there with some soap. And I just kept refilling it and so forth. So when the pump stopped working, I decided this is what I was going to do. So all I did was get some chalk paint. It's Folk Art brand chalk paint, and just painted the bottle. I did try and sand it because I think that's what people do with them. But the paint was still wet, so I had to kind of wait longer for it to dry. And then after I sanded it, I used some gold wax that I have. I can't tell you, I've had that gold wax forever. I have no idea what brand it is or anything like that, but I use it a lot on everything. It's not rub and buff, it's just a jar of gold wax, and that's what I use to do a lot of my stuff. This is a drawer pull that I got from Hobby Lobby. My Hobby Lobby went through their whole drawer pull section and pulled out all kinds of old stock and had lots of them on sale. So I just picked up a bunch of random ones that I thought I could use for projects, and this just happened to be one of them, and I was like, this is perfect. And so I'm using some alcohol ink to add some color and dimension with the yellow, and then the other stuff is blending solution. And I kind of go back and forth on this because it wasn't quite looking the way I wanted, so I put blending solution on, then it washed off too much, and then I put more on, and then I decided that's too much, and so then I'm trying to use a paintbrush to kind of move it around, and I did eventually get it to a likable state with it. But that's what's cool. I have a lot of alcohol inks. I don't use them all that often, but this was a perfect scenario for using it, and so that's what that was. I actually didn't use the palette because I just did everything on the actual drawer pull, and then I'm just cleaning the brush off and my mat with some alcohol, because that's how you can clean up alcohol ink. So here I am trying to sand it and run into the fact that it's still wet. So but after I get it sanded, then I do the gold wax, and then after I do that, then I went through my stash. All of the ribbon that I pulled out for this project was in my stash already cut apart. I have rolls of ribbon, but I also have jars of already cut ribbon, or that are just leftovers that aren't on the spool anymore. So I just went through those jars. I have them in every color, and picked out some that I liked to go with this theme, and then I just start gluing them around the top of the bottle. I do adhere the drawer pull with E6000 and hot glue. So hot glue gave me the instant hold, where the E6000 will be the long-term hold. And then as far as the ribbons, I glued all the ribbons on one side and then wrapped them around and tied them in a knot on the other side, so I could kind of, I didn't want them moving on me, so I glued them all quickly with some hot glue. just to tack them down, and then I could tie them in a knot and they wouldn't move all over me and slip, and that would just frustrate the daylight out of me. So that's what I'm doing here, is I'm setting them all in place, and then after I get them all set, then I'm going to go over there and tie them in the knots, and then I will trim them down to the length that I want them to be. And the only other thing that I did to this is I went through my stash and I got a chain from my stash. Don't know where it came from. I have it. And I put a jewel, like a crystal, and a bee charm on it. And then I later, with some E6000, glue on a couple of bees to the bottle. So all in all, this was a fairly quick well, I don't know what is considered a quick project anymore. It did take me like 45 minutes. That's the time of the video before I sped it up. Probably just I don't know. It probably shouldn't have taken that long, but it did. Anyway, so that's about it for this project. So if you like it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.